Alright guys, welcome back to another vlog. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm supposed to be going over to Perrin Performance in Hillsboro, Oregon. Jeff Perrin asked me to stop by so he can measure something on the car. It's not that big of a deal, but I'd like to vlog along the way. Just got here. I've actually never been here before. All right, so I'm just in the parking lot waiting for Jeff. Because of COVID, we have to do things a little differently, so it's not that big of a deal. I just didn't know if I could talk about it, but he wanted to measure something on my shift knob. The shifter itself, I don't know if my specific one is a little different from all the other ones, but he wanted to do a couple measurements, so I drove out here for that. Like I said, nothing too fancy, so it's cool that they asked me to do this, obviously. I mean, I'll take it. Perrin asked me to come show up, drive 45 minutes. I'm there, so that's what I'm doing. Anyway, I'll keep you guys posted. Mr. Jeff.
Which that's a total joke.
How's it going?
Good. So yeah, the draft on this is a lot more than the normal one, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, our car at the base is about 743. Yours is this. It's actually quite a bit. But now my wonder is it a weird one? Is it a group of them? Is it the STI?
Have you guys had this issue before or no?
Every once in a while. But it always came from aftermarket short shifter. We had a couple of them that were I won't name them, but they just don't make it to fit the factory part exact the same. So then our little thing, because it's a really tight fit, does not work.
Yeah, like I said, if I take out the rubber grommet or the O-ring, it works just fine.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know.
It defeats the rattle though.
Right.
And does yours rattle?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's so annoying.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah.
You know, for one, we want people to kind of see them and use them, and just, at some point when we're like ready to tell everybody about it, then at least you have them and there's, some video or whatever of it.
So it's just the same exact thing as the install for the other ones, right? But it's extending all the way through.
Yeah.
So I'd have to remove that part.
The intake manifold has to come off. Actually, I could show you the part if you want to get out.
Yeah.
This one's a prototype of it, and you can see there's a EJ one right there. This guy. That thing.
So that stays in there.
That stays in there. In a perfect world, if you remove it, you should be porting out. There's like a flat spot in the bottom where those things rest. And you really need, and you can kind of see them in there.
Oh, I see.
So then you kind of have that lip if you yank them out. So a bunch of people will take them out, but I actually think it's best, we found it best to just leave that in there. And then the bottom, this has little bumpers to keep it tight so they can't rattle around and stuff.
So the existing design is just this part, because I have that part, right?
Yeah, it's actually the part that goes up here.
And then this extends all the way down, so that plastic piece comes off.
Yep.
Now, what about like a retune? Do you think it'll need a retune?
No, not at all.
So what do you guys call this part specifically?
Well, I think it's just gonna be the TGV lower, since that's what most people refer them to, or intake manifold lower. So I just wrapped up my meeting with Jeff. I was just in there chatting with him about a whole bunch of other stuff. Man, that was really cool. Jeff, if you're watching this, thank you so much for that, man. That was awesome. So as you guys saw earlier, he was taking measurements of the shifter, the reverse lockout, to be specific. So what's happening is that this gets stuck in there to the point where it's really difficult to push back down. So he said he'll get in touch with me in a couple weeks with a solution. I'm not worried about it. This is still cool and it's still functional. But yeah. And I am excited to run that TGV kit Jeff was mentioning in there for the car. It's time I do a little more engine work. Whatever I can that's left to do on the car is what I'm going to try to do. So a Perrin front mount intercooler is definitely an option for the future. But for now, we're just going to have to stick with the Process West until I decide on what to get. For everyone watching, sorry for the weird camera angles. I don't like pointing cameras in people's faces just because I try to be as genuine as I can in these videos. And I don't want people to think like, oh, just because there's a camera, I'm talking a certain way. It's not even like that. I just don't like pointing cameras in people's faces. But yeah, I was in there for a little while, but now it's time to head home It's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon and we gotta fight traffic. So I think I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, just a small update since that video was filmed. Perrin actually got back to me today and they said that they'll be including an extra rubber O-ring with their shift knob kits. So what that means is if your reverse lockout gets stuck in the anti-rattle adapter and you already have the kit, go ahead and reach out to them and they'll take care of you. Now, if you recently purchased the kit and you already have the extra O-ring, if it gets stuck, go ahead and swap it out with the one that's included in the kit. So again, I'm gonna re-wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys real soon.